All right. Hi, everyone. I will be demoing you the website for the alternate reality game that we have been designing for the game. So this is what the home screen would look like, and this is exactly what every student or every player would be seeing before they join the game. So we've got multiple images over here, each with a different prompt to join the hunt, and it also displays the storyline in some way, such as follow the clues and piece together the mystery, and envision the future of Purdue with AI, right? So we want to give a very AI feels to the entire website. As we go down, this will be the community section of the website where we will have a different page for it. These will be involving player submissions through different ways. So for instance, Reimagine Purdue will reimagine Purdue in different styles using AI. AI-enabled solutions will be a workshop which will collect ideas to solve educational problems using AI. And finally, the third one, perceptions about AI, is a project-based submission in which students will be submitting their own projects using that they've done on AI. In the third section, we have something more related to the narrative of the game. So this research lab is what depicts the actual research lab of the professor, which is on site that we will be working on. And finally, we have Dr. Emily Zender, who will be the character we will be focusing on throughout the game. And this is the character who goes missing within the alternate reality game. So if we go to find out what happened, this is the search page. We've got a message from the professor talking about the fantasy AI research lab, which is Pearl. And then we've got Trails of Flows, which is another section dedicated to the research lab. So these are demo images for now. We will be replacing them with the real images of the lab once we have it. And so this information will change as well within this section. We have some news articles of the exponent. So this shows the narratives in a chronological way. Research lab, which is on campus. So this talks about the narrative in some way. The Pearl Lab, this is the artificial or fantasy lab that we're talking about within the game, and it gives students an idea of what is possible using AI within different projects at um, Purdue and beyond. We've got a page dedicated to the Pearl Lab as well. Finally, we have a community section. Now, within the community section, players, once they join the game, they will be divided into different groups, which are like houses. Each house will signify some characteristics of AI. Alright, so these are four houses: Tempest, Memoria, Empathia, and Neurona. And this number will depict the number of players who have joined each house as they progress through the different levels of the game. We have the community section, which will show the solutions that players will be submitting. So these are live solutions. And for now, these are demo ones, but as soon as players submit it, we will have them displayed on this section. The reimagined Purdue would be artistic or visuals of what a reimagined Purdue would look like. And this will be done using AI as well by students. We can also like each of these images or share them so that we can crowdsource the data and it spreads to every student at Purdue. So for now, what we've done is that we've made this into a competition field that the top five creations will receive prizes or swags from Purdue Online. So we have gamified this part of the game. Similarly, for the AI-enabled solutions, the top 10 submissions will receive some recognition from Purdue Online. All right, so this will give an incentive to students to submit their work and receive prizes for it. Now, if we sign in and log in, this is where they will enter the game. So now when I'm logging in, this is the initial form that I will receive when I'm logging in for the very first time. And this is the interface of the game. So I've got different levels. I've got a profile section, and I've got levels, chapters, and add, which are like different sections of the game. So in order to get started, I need to first complete level 1. This is where the game begins. So in level one, we are assigning students a troop based on the way they work, their understanding of AI, and their past knowledge of AI. So this is a chatbot style. So once I begin it, I will have different questions which relate to my interests and my activities. So which of the following activities interest you, and so on. And I can keep going it. There are like maybe 7 or 8 questions. And once I do all of them, my group will be automatically assigned using AI. And this is what my group is, group templates, which have been assigned to me. And once the group is assigned, I can also choose an avatar, which is an abstract representation of my own self on this game. So once I choose it, my avatar has been assigned. And this is how my profile would look like once it is all ready. So we've tried to gamify it as much as possible. There will be some UI fixes, such as the fonts which will change in the final version of it, and we're still working on it. So once the profile is ready, I can move on to the different levels of the game. So we've got different levels, the origin, agent profile, data representations, so on till final revelation. Each level will talk about a um, different attribute of AI in a way that it will have a different learning outcome for the students. So for instance, the origin will be a narrative video. So if I go on to origin, so now if I go on to the origin, it will unlock a videos of something like this, and this is all AI based, AI created.
Welcome, agents. You have been selected to join the Pearl Guardians. Let me introduce you to Professor Emily Zander, the director of Pearl Lab and a pioneer in the field of artificial intelligence in education.
And this entire
As
video
the
is also
director of the
AI
Purdue
generated.
Education with
So
AI
one key
Research Lab,
thing about the game
Professor
is that
Zander dedicated her life
almost
to
all the assets are
revolutionizing how we
generated using
learn.
AI. So I will now shift to the other profile, which has all the levels unlocked. So we can go through the levels again. So now, assuming this was the admin profile, which has all the different levels unlocked, and we have shown the origins level and the agent profile, which is about creating your own profile using a chatbot. Data router sessions is about creating your own AI model, and we walk through a step-by-step process to create your own model. AI puzzle is a crossword which talks about different notable personalities within AI, and it is factual. We talk about different facts regarding AI. For instance, this is how the puzzle would look like. So we've got hints and we've got placeholders. So if we, as soon as someone types a word, they will receive feedback for it, right? And so on. So since now this is the admin profile, I can end the level for now. And once the level is completed, it will have a status of completed written on top of it. Innovate with AI is a workshop level, which will talk about creating solutions using AI as a tool. Reimagine Purdue will talk about artistic representations of Purdue campuses using AI and AI prompts. We will tell students how to create prompts, how to create images using prompts, and create visual representations of Purdue. Ethical echoes. In ethical echoes, students will be given different scenarios that involve ethical dilemmas using AI. So once they go through these scenarios, they will be placed within the shoes of a character, and then they have to take a decision that involves AI and its ethical limitation, something like that. And all these scenarios again are again AI generated. These images are AI generated as well, something like that. And finally, the final revelation is something that is associated directly with the conference. So what we want to show is through different hints that the professor left around her office and hints that were discovered through her laptop and different materials. We give away the details of the conference, for instance, where the conference is taking place, what the conference is about, and so on. So going through all these hints, students can unveil the details of the conference. For instance, if now as soon as I'm filling in the details, the card will get populated. So these are like different levels which involve hints about the conference. Finally, this is the last thing that we need to note is that after every completion of a level, we will be unlocking a storyboard for the students. And this will be in the form of a comic strip, not a comic strip, but a comic style strip in which the narrative of the story will be unveiled to the students. And again, this is AI based as well. All these have been generated using AI. So in summary, this is what the entire game looks like. We will have a static website, something like this, and then we will have a game part in which students will or players will be going through the different levels of the game. And as they unlock the levels, they will be uncovering the storyline through cutscenes and through storyboards. And whatever they submit on the game will be displayed within the community section. So once everything comes together, these sections will get populated and and we will be and once everything comes together, these sections will be populated and the feel of the game will start growing. So there are some UI changes that we are still in the process of making so that we can perfect the solution. And then we have testing of the entire platform. So these will be the next steps. Some in such places we have left placeholders that we will be inputting. So for instance, the storyboards are placeholders for now. The cutscenes, we are still working on it because those involve different stakeholders. We are working with a PhD student who is providing us the 3D renders. So there is some part of the functionality that is left that we are still working on, but we will be done within the next few weeks. Thank you for watching the demo, and I hope you like it.